Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Rabbi Chastain and Miss Lexi. We are here to make another Safros video for you. We're going to learn two new letters today, Kuf and Samach. I think you'll find that you have a lot of skills already that will help you with these letters. Let's look at the Kuf first. So the Kuf, the part that's right here, that is very, very similar to the bottom of a Lamed, as you've already seen before. It's like a Resh, or even, you could say a mini Chaf as well. If this was a Lamed, the top would be over here. So it's like the bottom of the Lamed. And you recognize this letter too. What's this letter? That would be a Nun Sofit, without the Tagim, of course. Now, speaking of Tagim, there is a tag on a Kuf. It's not over here on this diagram, but you should know that we write it with a tag. We can take a look at the different Minhagim and see if there are some that do, some that don't. Could be there's some that don't. The Ksav Beis Yosef that I learned does have a single tag on top of a kuf. So when you're writing your kuf, you're going to start with your kav haskala right here, and you're going to pull back like a resh and down from the width of the kol musar marker into the tip of the kol musar marker, and then you can make another kav haskala, not all the way over here towards the middle. In fact, as you see over here, right, this is one kolmus, two kolmus, three kolmus, right? So one and just a little bit, 1.5, so about halfway across. So you come make that new kav haskala and pull back like an upside down resh or vav into your kuf. So you've made a little mini chaf over here now, right? So that's part one. Now, this nun sofit, you're going to be right underneath the kav haskala over here. You're going to make this. This is like a Nun Sofit head or a Zion head. You want to make sure that your corners are sharp. It should look like a box, not like a blob, right? You want it to be a box. Make a little kav haskala, drag across, make another endakav, right? A kav sofit. This is just to make sure that these are sharp. You want to make sure that it's like a box. Then, as you see in both of these images, you're going to go on an angle, and I make it more like this than like this. This looks just like a Nun Sofit, where it's rounded on both sides. I usually make it flat on one side, rounded on the back, and also coming to a point. And then, at the very end, I'll draw a little tag right here. Put a little tag right there. That is my kuf. Now let's take a look at the samach. The samach is also not so difficult. This looks like a resh, and it almost looks like a resh and then an upside down resh. So you start with that resh motion, as you see over here, right? Kav haskala, resh down into here, and then stop. Then go not all the way at the end. Remember, this next line down is not all the way at the end. It is about 3/4 of a kolmus width in. And then you're going to pull down and then swerve back into this, right? Make sure this is rounded. If it's not rounded, what letter is it? Yes, it's a mem sofit. So you want it to stay rounded to be a samach. So let's draw a couple. And again, this is 3 kolmusim by 3. 1, 2, 3. This one is 3 by 3 on this part. But sachakol, the entire thing, is 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, you only have 6 to work with. So this is going to take up most of your whole sirtut, from sirtut to sirtut. All right, let's draw a couple. We'll draw our kuf right now. I'm going to start. Here we go. Kav haskala. Drag back. And down. And now I'm going to come underneath, about halfway, right here. Kav haskala, and up. I'm going to make it look a little prettier. There we go. Let me even make it a little. Looks nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to go. I don't like my kav haskala. I want it to be more sharp. A little more sharp. Okay. Now I'm going to go right underneath here and line it pretty much straight up underneath. I'm going to make my Nun Sofit head. I can see already I've made this a little bit too big, and that's because of how wide these markers are. I'm going to drag across. I'm going to make this nice and make it nice and boxy. And I may end up making another one of these because I don't like this one so much. Okay, and I'm going to go down on an angle. And I'm going to widen over here. And this is really too big, so I'll probably make another one. But you can see the idea right here. So by the time you actually get one that's in your hands, it's going to look better than that one. But that's the idea. This also is a little bit too far this way. Now let's try a samach while we're here. Kavas chala. 1, 2, 3. Down like a resh. I'm going to come here, not at the very end. Go down. And into it. My samach's pretty good. I would say my kuf could use some love. So I'm going to make you another one so that you can see it later. But that's the idea. The sheet that I probably hand you will look a little bit more polished, a little more refined. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Sounds good.
You are free. I'm going to make some nicer ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
I'll let you. You should.
Not sure how well.